we get everybody comes on. So I'm going to go ahead and Aunt, you started our recording. I just want to welcome you everyone to our Zoom today. First of all, my name is Tammy Maltby Melchizedek. I live in the beautiful state of Colorado, in Colorado Springs, and I have a beautiful view of the Rocky Mountains. You might have a beautiful view of the ocean, but I get to see the beautiful Rocky Mountains, and I am so grateful to be on today. We're going to respect your time. Thank you for jumping on and hearing about an opportunity that is coming to Africa. And actually, it's in Africa right now. And we jumped into this about 9 months ago, Erika Fundamentova and myself, and we are unlocking Africa, if you could say that. We're birthing Africa and what is happening in this incredible industry that we are in. I jumped into this business about 7 years ago. I came from a publishing background, a media, radio and television, and had no experience at all in this business. I knew nothing of it. I had a really good friend who knew I was looking for an opportunity. My husband and I, we had gone through some challenging times of losing real estate through the crash of 2008. Many of you have heard my story, but it was a very hard time. We had had a lot of success in our professions of what we had done in the past. We had worked hard, I should say. We had success, but we had worked very, very hard. I have 4 adult children, 7 grandsons. My husband was a retired lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. And we had put all of our investments in something called real estate. My husband was a real estate investor. And so that had done well for us. We could never foresee what was about to happen in 2008. And maybe today that's where you're at. It's 2021. And a lot changed last year for so many people. A lot of people had to pivot, relook at their lives, look at their businesses, look at the way they created income. And that's what happened to us back in 2008 when the real estate crash happened. And we lost all of our investments, all of the real estate that we had saved our whole life for over about a 2-year period of time. And it was a really challenging time. I know for many people, we've walked through hard things, right? We've all walked through something difficult. And if we haven't walked through it, we will. And if we're not in it, maybe we will. We're going out of it. It's like we're all in the process. And I realized I needed a better way. A really good friend of mine that I trusted. And if someone invited you to the Zoom today, it's because they trusted you and they thought enough of you to share this opportunity. And I cannot tell you how grateful I am that someone shared this with me. My good friend, Tom Davis, I had written a book with him. We had both worked in nonprofit work, and he just said, Tammy, I think you need to take a look at this. So I did. And I didn't know what I was doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, and it's actually a really good thing, because I learned. I was paid as I learned how to run this business. And within a very short period of time, I broke the ceiling of women that were making over $100,000 a year. I did that in about 12 months. And I was able to pay off a lot of debt. I was able to retire myself from one of my jobs. I started running this business full time. And within about a 2-year period of time, my husband and I were able to pay back our debts and to buy back my wedding ring. And some of you know that story about my ring as a last resort that we had to sell. And so I'm just, it's not about the ring and it's not about stuff. Please understand my heart. It's not. But I know what it's like to lose a lot. And I also know what it's like to find myself in a situation where I had a business that there was no ceiling. And for a woman around the world, we're in 80 countries around the world, for any woman who wants to create, and men too, but women there's more of a disparaging difference around the world for women. But in this industry, everything's a fair playing field, and women can just achieve an incredible amount of success. So that's what happened to us. And that was 5 years ago. And since that time, I entered into a 7-figure earner for this company. which is pretty incredible. And so my encouragement is to, for the next few minutes, have an open mind. Listen to the opportunity that's before you. Find out what your why is. What do you want a little bit more of in your life? And what do you want a little bit less of? Can you see yourself running a business from your phone and creating a significant residual income? I promise you it's possible. I'm living proof. Our very first guest tonight is actually Dr. Crystal Vance, and she is an extraordinary woman. I have had the privilege of working with Dr. Kristal for about the last 6 years. She came into my life through this business. And the first time I met Dr. Crystal Vance, it was in her home. It was packed out of her clients, of people that were looking for a better way for health. And health, weight loss, finances, all the things that people are looking for in our business. We have hope, trust, and a plan. And we shared that hope, trust, and a plan with her. And she caught a vision for it. And she is now one of the top 25 power rankers, which just means in North America, what just means that she's extremely good at what she does. And she knows the power of transformation in people's lives. She is on our wellness council with several other doctors and dentists and scientists and researchers that look at our products to make sure that they are clean and they are effective. She also has a personal transformation story, which I'm going to let her share with you, because aside from the fact, if I were to show you a picture, it'd probably be one of the most shocking things that you've seen in the last month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It's incredible what's happened to this woman. So she speaks from a place of authority, but she also speaks from a place of personal transformation for her own life. She runs a massive team in North America. She has a team in Europe. She has a team in South Africa. She has teams that are growing all over the world. And she leads with her heart, and she is just an absolutely exceptional human being. And so without further ado, I want to welcome my very good friend and my business partner, Dr. Crystal Vance.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Erika, I need a recording of that so I can listen to it every morning. I'm like, dang, that girl's got it going on. Oh wait, that's me.
Yes, it is you.
Isn't that so true that sometimes we need to stop and look at what we've accomplished?
Yes.
Instead of, and that's where I was when I heard about this, I was constantly looking at what I wasn't doing instead of what could I do, or what have I done? What could I take the best things of me, and what could I do with those, stay in alignment with who I am, and go out there and find my purpose work and blow it up to change the world for good. And then I hear all that and I'm like, I'm so proud of me. This young lady from, I was at Gillette, Wyoming, which is, it sounds a lot like one of these places you guys are talking about over there, this little tiny community. Like, I think we had maybe 10 street lights, and they weren't really needed. It just was to put Christmas decorations on during the year, you know, like it's not necessary. We know how to stop and go at stop signs. But anyways, a small community, you guys. And more antelope, which are like deer, if you don't know what those are. I'm sure you guys have plenty of stuff out there, but more antelope than people in my community. Okay. So I come from a very small town, but because of this, my dream was not to stay in that small town. One, because it snowed there and I don't like snow. I don't like to be cold. And so my dream was to always live where it was warm all the time. And so I now reside in the state of Sunshine, Florida, here in the US, and I can't wait for them to lift these borders so I can go all the cool places in the world. My why for why I do this is freedom. I want the freedom to go where I want to go, when I want to go, how I want to do it, with whom I do it. I just want the world to be my oyster. And I found that I had backed myself up into a hole with my profession, that was no longer possible, because if I didn't see 40 patients a day, I couldn't do any of it. And then when I took the vacation, I thought about the 40 patients a day that were crying, going, why would you please come home and stop sitting on the beach? Because I really need you. And so there never was a release. Does anybody else, are you totally consumed with what you do and the responsibilities that are on your shoulders that you're like, is this really all there is to life? Is go to work, pay my bills, take the occasional vacation, feel guilty the whole dang time you're on it, and go home and pay the bills with the amount of money that you were able to earn in the process. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, a teacher, a stay-at-home mom, we're all doing the exact same thing. And what I realized is I was in survival mode. There was no thrive left in my life. It was survive. And every time I was like, gosh, dang it, I deserve it. I just put myself further down because we would buy a house we couldn't afford, because gosh, dang it, we deserved it. We're working so hard. We'd buy a car we had no business purchasing. Because dang it, I deserve it. I'm working hard. And you know what? I did deserve it. But I wasn't doing it smart. It was creating more issues. And so I needed to find a smarter way to create income. And I knew that that was residual. And if you're not like, I think you know what residual is, but if you've never had residual income coming in, you don't understand that you need it, not that you want it, that it needs to become I need this. And so I want you to understand something. For 20 years, I saw over 100,000 patients. And today, I don't make a single dime off of one of those patients, off of one of those visits, off of one of those hours of work I went in and worked. Now, do you make anything off of the hours of work you did last week or even 10 years ago? I didn't either. And I was like, but there's people who are, and I need to figure out how they do it, because that would buy back my freedom of time. And so I was sitting here going, okay, God, help me figure this out. Help me find my way to that. And a girlfriend comes to me, an acquaintance, just like one of your friends, or maybe an acquaintance or another business person came to you and said, I think you should take a look at this. And I was like, yeah, not that. I'm over here praying for something. And she's like, no, I know you were wanting a transformation in your health. And so I have something that I think you would like. And I'm like, yeah, I'm praying over here for a change in my income, not my health. And she's like, oh, you could get both. And I was like, what? And so then I kind of just stepped back and I watched what she was doing. So don't ever think that people aren't watching you. And I watched what she was doing for about 2 months. And I was like, I'm telling you what, if that girl can do it, she's on here. If she can do it, thank you for showing me that she could do it. Because when she did it, I was like, I'm gonna rock this. And so I started this. I was like, I'm going to get my own transformation. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to look better. You guys, I've lost 73 kilograms over the last 2.5, 3 years, utilizing different tools that this company has under their house of brands. I'm a doctor. That does not mean anything. The fact that me, the woman from Wyoming, could use those tools, and I've used everything, and have that kind of success in a healthy, natural way. It wasn't about the weight loss. It was about getting healthy. I started taking one healthy step after another. And one of the side effects was I had more energy. I needed that. One of the side effects was my body balanced. The chemistry in my body balanced. I feel so amazing. And then guess what? One of the other side effects was I lost weight. Well, that just makes sense. If I got healthy, then my weight would start to balance out to a healthy level, right? So stop fighting the scale if you're one of those people. Start a quest for health. You'll find that here in health and wellness. My story did help me. You're able to leverage it. My story helped me go on, but I came here to make money. I came here to find a way to create residual income. And I want you to know that in $300,000 of expenses to get a doctorate, to launch my own practice, 7 years or 8 years of school and 7 years of practice to legitimately make my first 6-figure income. And I did that in under a year. And that's not an income claim, that's fact. So if you're someone who's like, I never had the money to go to college, I never had the money to start my own business, I never had the time, none of that matters here. If you have a dream and a why, and you tie into the amazing people that you are linked here with Erika and Tammy, and I could start naming I see all your faces here. I'm not going to name them all. What you have here in South Africa is actually the fire for what is happening in North America. I personally say thank you. Because the creation of this fire and like what you guys have here is igniting the world, because it is in the fire of the belly. When you guys speak, you pass it to us, and then we go back to our people and my friends and my family. Like I started with 4 people. Could you grab 4 of your closest friends and family who either want to change in health and wellness, stay healthy, become healthy, and who are like, I need to know that the work I do today is going to pay me in 5 years still? Because that's what's happened. The work I started 6 years ago with those 4 friends now has us as in the top 25 in the nation. Not because of the work we did in the last 6 weeks or the last year, because of the work we did 6 years ago. And I'm telling you right now, it's like pouring kerosene and gasoline on that fire. It's going so fast that there's no better time. You could not be in a better place at the right time with the right people, because it's go time. It's exploding time. There's going to be people in 3 years who are going to be like, I wish somebody would have told me this back in April of 2021. If I could have been one of those people, you're one of those people. Don't miss it. Go get yours. Go get your families, and make sure you tie in with the right people. Don't do it by yourself. This isn't meant to be a lone wolf. This is meant to be a part of community. And you guys use this word, and I love it, Ubuntu. I want you to keep using that word, because that's what you all are. I love you. I love South Africa. I cannot wait to come and visit.
Kristal, yay! Thank you so much for sharing. And now you see why this woman is incredibly successful at what she does, because she really is a very intelligent, clearly woman in her profession, but she leads with her heart and she cares for people. I say Kristal is the lover of the people, and that has made her profoundly successful. And that's what we do in this business. We share the opportunity with people. We help them to get their transformation. And then we teach them how to share with 4 more people. And it's actually very simple. And it's amazing to watch all these people's lives be transformed. Well, our last speaker is actually quite an extraordinary woman herself. Erika Fundamentova, I had the privilege and honor of meeting her 3 years ago. She and her husband and their children came to Colorado Springs. He works at a nonprofit here in the Springs, runs that community outreach. Both of them have huge backgrounds in leadership development. They run their own traditional businesses. They're incredibly warm, engaging, other-centered people. I don't know how to describe them any other way, but I will tell you this, that Erika was the one who came to me and saw a little red dot on the tip of South Africa. And when she saw that, when we showed the world and all the markets that we were in with NewAge, she saw South Africa and she came to me and she said, I want to bring this to my people. I want my people's lives to be changed. I want to change the economic situation for the people of Africa. And I believe that this is the vehicle of hope to get them there. And that was 9 months ago. And the rest of this last year has been history, to the point that June 1st, we are officially, well, I can't exactly say June 1st, but June 1st is the targeted date for us to actually launch with the new African products. There's so much happening, but with no further ado, the leader of this whole team, she leads this whole team in South Africa. Because of her vision, you are here. Because of your vision, thousands of people's lives are going to change. Because of her vision, life will be better for Africa and for the people of Africa. So Erika, why don't you share the business opportunity and how people can get started?
Wow, 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 wow. It's go time, team. It's go time, people. It's go time, USA, Canada, wherever you are, Zimbabwe. I see all of you on here. It is go time. Let us wake up and take Africa. It is ours for the taking, you guys. And Tam is right. I am a person of vision. I want to leave a legacy. I want you to leave a legacy. And that is why I'm so passionate. That's why I get up in the morning. I sometimes don't even sleep at night, because I want you to experience the blessing and the freedom, as Kristal said, of this opportunity. I will not do the Zoom by myself. I'm telling you now, there are icons at the bottom. You better help me out. I want you to engage. I want you to be in the chat box. If you have a question, I want you to type it in. I'll try and get to your questions. But let's do this together, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm pumped. I am ready to show you who we are, what we do, and how this can benefit you and your loved ones. Guys, a few months ago, there was a company with the name of Oryx. Oryx was a house of brands here in the US, an amazing company founded on ethics, just amazing people doing amazing things all over the world. Little did I know when I spoke to one of the owners, Ian Chandler, that we are going to be merging with a company called NewAge. And NewAge, little did I know, had an office in Johannesburg. Now you can imagine how huge that was for us, because we were just walking in faith. Here comes this new company, and they are already envisioning and putting plans in place to take the continent of Africa. It was a divine setup. That's just the way I describe it. It was divine timing and a divine setup, and we are all a part of it. Now I want to share my screen with you. And can you, am I sharing my screen? Can somebody just tell me if in actual fact you're seeing this? Can you unmute quickly? Just tell me if you are actually seeing this, Tam.
I am not.
Ooh, really? Okay, let's try. And can we try again?
I can't. Well, you're a co-host, so you should be able to share your screen.
Well, let us see. Excuse me.
There it is, Erika. Well,
so that's my family, just so that you know. That's my why right there. And I want to show you this presentation, you guys, because I want you to understand how exceptionally divine the timing is for this company in Africa. How many of you want a better tomorrow than today? Can you please raise your hands?
absolutely.
Show me. You guys, I personally am convicted, I am sold out that this vehicle can be what you need it to be. It depends on you, but it actually has the potential to change your life. How excited will you be on this call if I told you that in 6 months from today, you could be financially in an entirely different place than what you are today? Pretty exciting stuff, right? So I want to tell you who is NewAge. NewAge, the vision of this company is to become the world's leading social selling and distribution company. The way they achieve it is by building a portfolio of super brands that includes health and wellness, nutrition, and healthy appearance. Guys, let me show you how they're doing it. Who of you have one of these? Can you show me your phone? Do you have a phone with you? Thank you, Bob. Yes, we all have cell phones. Do you realize, you guys, that you have a business vehicle in your hands? And that is what New Life is bringing to the table. We are New Age. I want you to hear me clearly. Write this down. We will be a household name in the future in Africa. We will be. Why do I say that? Because this is a cash-rich company. They are disruptive by design. They do things totally different. I know the owners. I know the CEO. You guys, we are in for the time of our lives. Do you want a part of it? Do you want a piece of it? Look at the statistics. More than 500 million in revenue in 2020, listed on the NASDAQ under NBEV. This is incredible, you guys. This means that this company is pushing, they are investing their resources into your continent. They have a plan of action to take Africa, and you can be a part of it. Let me show you some of the products that we are having, and let me tell you personally why I chose this company. I'm South African, but I live in Colorado. I have a team in Russia. I have clients in Australia. I have clients in New Zealand. I have clients in Africa. This is a house of brands that you can take almost worldwide. Now, if you're South African, raise your hand if you know people not living in South Africa but abroad. We know people. We know people everywhere. That's one thing that we do very well. This house of brands enables you to build a business in different areas of the world. This is incredible. You're not limited. Dr. Kristal spoke about freedom. I want you to think business sense now. You're not restricted to your geographical area. You're not restricted to your economic cycle in your geographical area. You have the ability, you are equipped with the tools and the products to take it all over the world. That, my friends, is a business opportunity. That is why I'm saying the cell phone is the most powerful business tool that we could have been entrusted in this modern era. For Africa, things are looking good. Check this out. Q3, Q4, a plan to take the 6 different regions of Africa in the next few years. I want to put your attention on the green section at the bottom. That is most probably where you reside if you're on this call. Guys, it's a promised land for you at the moment. If you had the ability to join a business in an area and be first in that area, do you think that is a competitive advantage? Do you think so? It is. To be first is huge, and you have the opportunity to be first in Africa. You guys, it is really time for you to start broadening your horizons and see the business opportunity in front of you. I want to show you this. How many of you are on Facebook already? Can you raise your hands? We're on Facebook. How many of you are on Instagram? What if I told you that this business will provide you with the technological resources that you need to leverage your influence and monetize what you are already doing? Guys, we are all influencers. If you think you're not an influencer, I want to challenge you. Think again. You are influencing. You're influencing somebody. What if you can make some money doing that? Let's do it, people. It's not brain surgery. It's not difficult at all. NewAge is investing not only in giving you the tools that you need, but this is the beautiful Africa. And if you're from Africa, you will understand the value of this. When you partner with NewAge, they provide the training that you need and that your team needs to actually use the tools that they are providing. Look at this. The academy will give training on social media, will give training on the compensation plan, will give training on the different products. Don't think that you have to know it all. You do not. When you start a business, there's always that pressure of, do I know enough? Am I going to succeed? Am I going to fail? With the NewAge Africa Academy, they actually give you what you need to know in order to make a success of your business. Quite unique. Guys, apart from that, in this company, you will be awarded different lifestyle perks that you can access, whether it is loyalty shopping, whether diamonds are your thing. How many girls on here like diamonds? If diamonds is your thing, we have a space for you. Maybe you want to travel and see the world. These are all perks that the company gives for their brand partners. So not only do they show you how to use your cell phone and leverage your own influence on social media, they train you how to do it, and they train your team how to do it, and they award you for doing it. So not only are you making money, you guys, but you're enjoying the lifestyle perks that this company has to offer. Personally, I love to travel. So I can tell you I have stayed in very luxurious hotels at a fraction of the price than what it had cost me because of this lifestyle perks program. It really is unique, and it really makes it worth it. So you're being rewarded for doing business in NewAge on different levels, not only financially, which makes it great if you have a family too. You can go and show them the world. What should you do next? Before we get to that, I'm going to stop sharing my slide, and I want you to look at me. Listen, this is not a boardroom business. I want to tell you that now. This is not something that somebody thought of in a boardroom with a board of directors. This is something that is birthed in the hearts of people desiring a better future for their families and for their loved ones and for the people around them. That's what this business is all about. And I can continue to show you my pretty slide presentation, but I want to tell you something. If you are passionate about creating a new tomorrow for yourself, you need to step out and do something different. You might feel intimidated by it. You might feel that you don't know how to do it. You might wonder what this new company is all about and how are they going to take Africa. That's okay. But I want to encourage you to go back to the person that invited you to the Zoom. You are sitting on a gold mine. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you are launching this movement in Africa. Can you grasp the magnitude of being first in a continent? That is huge. And I want to tell you, if for no other reason, I want to encourage you, get involved in NewAge, because they will be successful. They will take the continent. And I want you to take a piece of that pie home. Why not, people? There are so many ways that you can get involved in this company. You might be looking at me saying, Erika, I don't get everything that you're saying, but I want you to know I am flat broke. I don't have a cent in my name. My friend, this business is for you. You might be looking at me saying, well, I do have a few bucks that I can invest. My friend, this business is for you. You might say, I'm an entrepreneur. I have various businesses. I'm very wealthy. My friend, this business is for you. One of the things I like about NewAge listen carefully. They don't ask your color of your skin. They do not ask how many money you have in the bank. They do not ask even if you are a Republican or a Democrat. That is huge in the USA, people. That is huge at the moment. They don't care about any of that. This is an equal opportunity for all. And it is coming to Africa. In fact, let me take that back. It has hit Africa with an incredible bang. That bang is creating a ripple effect that Kristal is referring to, and we call it, behind your backs, Africa, we say tsunami. This is causing a tsunami because you know what? We are passionate about our people. We are passionate about our families. We are passionate about doing things differently. If you're sitting on this Zoom and you say, MLM, not for me. My friend, let me tell you, the world has changed with COVID. Would you like to run a business from your house that is not affected or destroyed by a virus? Can I tell you that we grew 33% worldwide in sales during COVID? You know why? Because people realize they need to do things differently. The face of business has changed. It will never, ever be the same again. Never. So I want you to know that we are hard people. We understand. I have lived it. I've lived in Africa. I know. It's tough. If you're an entrepreneur in Africa, it's survival mode. I get it. But I want to encourage you to step out. Speak to the person that invited you to this Zoom and be okay with the different. Be okay with the disruptive by design. Be okay to say, you know what? Maybe it is a new age for me. Maybe it is a new season for me. And sent me a quote this morning, and I'm going to close with that. But I thought, man, Anthony has this gift. He just sends the right quotes to me on the right times. And that's the beauty of this business. We're a family. We do it together. But he sent me this quote. Listen to this. John Maxwell says, the greatest mistake a person can make is doing nothing. If you leave the Zoom today and you do nothing, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. I just want to tell you as your friend. If you go and investigate and then decide, not for me, that is better than not doing anything. So I trust as you go to the person that invited you to this prospecting Zoom, that you will contact me and say, Erika, I'm not making the same mistake again. I'm going to give it everything. So in that, you guys, we live it, we breathe it, we work it, we're committed to it. This is our people. We love you guys. We want to see you blessed. That is my why. So I love you all. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to share with you. I love you guys. I'll post this presentation on Facebook if you need it, if you want to have a look at it again. But please stay in touch. And Tam, I am giving it over to you.
Thank you, Erika. You're such a this is why you're the leader. Can you feel it, everybody? You can feel her passion. She has a passion for all of you. She has a passion for Africa, and she will lead this whole movement, and she is. And so thank you so much. Get back with the person that invited you. Get your questions answered. There's, we try to answer every question. If we don't know the answer, we look to find it. And thank you so much for your time. Have a beautiful evening in Africa, and we're going to go have a beautiful lunch. And until next time, God bless, and we'll see you. Thank you for joining us tonight, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.